business owners, from restaurants to beauty to financial side. We are looking for it all.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tears the Purpose Real Talk. I am Lakia Barnett, one of your hosts, and I'm here with my other two hosts. Say hello, y'all.
Hi. Welcome
Hey,
back.
How was you guys this weekend?
Was good.
I'm like, let me think of a word. Woo, a blast. That's what it was. So you
Okay,
break
good.
that
Well, at
whole
least you
word
had a
down.
good weekend.
Mm.
At least you had a good weekend. So everybody that's watching, do us a favor and make sure you share, tag somebody that you know, tell them to come join us as we go in for our show today. I'm excited because we got another beast guest today. A brand. She does branding. She's into branding and marketing and things like that. Yo, I don't know. She's what we call her the brand designer. So that is going to be kind of interesting to interview her today for what she does. So y'all think that's going to be interesting? Of course, y'all.
What's up?
Yes, everybody that come on, they be lit.
Yes, everybody. Everybody. So while we're talking about her, let me just say this really, really quickly. So I just want to shout out a couple of businesses first, and then I'm going to turn it over to my lovely host, Lakeisha, because she has some very important information for y'all. Because y'all know we got to school y'all on some stuff when y'all come and sit before us. We're going to make sure you leave here nice and full. So I'm going to shout out some businesses real quick. And one of the businesses I want to shout out, I actually had a personal chance to be able to witness her stuff. Like, she's amazing. It's a family owned business, A&S Designs. Founder is Serena Damaski, and her business is called Serena Sweet Escape. So she does tumblers, she does t-shirts, she does mugs and more things as well. So you guys can find her on Facebook as well, if you want to check her out. And also shout out, this is one of my cousin's childhood friends, but I know her, like I've had the chance to sit in front of her, and I went through her website. Her website is amazing. So if you're planning events in the near future, she is one of the ones you need to connect with. She definitely has an eye for that. Andrea Hansborough Green, and you can reach her at www.andreagreenevent.com. She is an event planner, you guys, here in the Washington, D.C. area. So she does beautiful work. Also, I want to shout out the young lady, Donya Wright from Boom Pacific. She does lip balms and lip glosses and scrubs and more. And I had a chance to test her product, and y'all, she's dope too. So y'all got to check her out. Check her out. And one last one is Avalora Coaching. Change the mind, change the culture. That is her business. So she does coaching and more. So you guys make sure you go look these lovely businesses up on Facebook and go to their websites and support them. We love to support small businesses. Okay, Lakeisha, and it's your turn.
Wow. So, to flip the switch, we just want to make you guys, our listeners and our viewers, aware of things that happen each and every month. So this month, it is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. So that is definitely a big deal. So the awareness for cervical cancer, it's a great time to talk about that this month, because I mean, people, they get stuff done for their birthday as far as checkups or at the beginning of the year. So for us ladies, please, take notes or whatever. And the information that I'm going to be giving you is coming from nfid.org. Yeah, so cervical cancer was once the leading cause of cancer death for women in the United States. So was, now it is not. Now, thanks to cervical cancer screening and HPV vaccination, it is the most preventable of all female cancers, which is great. about 79 million people, most in their late teens and early 20s, are currently infected with HPV, and an additional 14 million are estimated to be infected each year. That is a lot. That is alarming. So, um, a compelling reason to protect preteens and teens early through vaccination is key. Like, especially the boys too. We're talking about female and women and young teen girls, the young men too as well. You know, once they get into that age where they're sexually active, it can be transmitted as well. So we definitely don't want to leave the young men out. So the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, recommends that the HPV vaccine, so that's human papilloma virus, that's what HPV stands for. The vaccination is for 11 and 12-year-old girls and boys, as I was talking about, as well as, the young women ages 13 through 26 and young men ages 13 through 21 who have not yet been vaccinated. Only 57% of adolescent girls and 35% of adolescent boys have received the first shot of HPV vaccine in a 3-dose series. So, transparency, my son, he has gotten his doses. I don't want to leave anything to chance because, again, I don't know all of his father's side of the family history or whatever, and I have gotten tested, so I don't want anything to pop up on my side as well as his. Sometimes we don't think about that, but that's why we're making you guys aware. And again, if you don't know, get something scheduled. When your yearly exams come up, get something scheduled for your teenagers, for yourself, because again, it is in the millions when it comes to people being diagnosed, and then by the time they figure it out, sometime it may be too late and it's not treatable, and then you have a family member that has passed away and it could have been prevented because they have come up, thank God, with a vaccine, or they could have caught it early if you were aware and went to the doctor. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor. State your claim, and you are entitled to get a second opinion, but let's be transparent about whatever we're doing. Our health is our wealth. So flipping the switch again, also volunteer donating your blood awareness month. That's also in January. So in order for you to do that, reach out to your local Red Cross, or you can Google where you can go and donate blood safely. I know we all know COVID is going on, but people that have other issues, medical issues, they may need blood donated. Women that have children, that are delivering children sometimes. And I was one of those women. I had to have a blood transfusion. So if there's not enough blood, then you already know. We won't get too in depth in that. But yeah, contact your local Red Cross. Blood is definitely needed of all different types or whatever. And they definitely keep up with the CDC guidelines for cleanliness at their locations. So yeah, again, if you want to share information about what I just talked to you all about, please feel free to do so. Post it, reach out to us or whatever. Caring, what I was about to say, I lost my train of thought. Sharing is caring. Okay, back to you, Lakia. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakeisha, for that very valid information that we need. Knowledge is power, y'all. That's all I'm going to say. Knowledge is power. So we need to have knowledge in this season about these things. So thank you so much for bringing us that. So we are going to move right along. Since we are in such great anticipation for our guest. So let's see if she is here. Her name is Krita, God forgive me, please. I hope I'm saying her name right. Krita McCullen. She is a brand designer. So let's bring her in so we can chat and get all in her business.
Hi.
Hello.
It's Krita McCullen.
McCullough. Okay,
Yep.
I said
Greta
forgive me
McCullough.
because
That's all right.
y'all names
It's
is
all good.
difficult.
It's been happening for
Thank God.
44 years.
McCullough. Okay. So okay. Thank you so much for correcting me on that. I was so afraid to say. I was like, Lord, if I say this thing wrong, Jesus.
It's all good. It's all good. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Nice to meet
So
you.
thank you for joining us. We are so glad to have you. So I'm going to allow these other two ladies to go on and sit back, and I'm going to take the floor with you so we can find out about you. Okay, so first of all, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody that is watching right now and that are listening a little bit about yourself.
So again, my name is Greta McCullough. I'm a strategic brand designer with Mac Graphics. I've been in business since 2016, but I was just a graphic designer, a little self-taught graphic designer. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I got some stories and stuff, so I won't go on too long because you might ask the question and I might be I won't bag back.
Cool. So let's start off by just saying thank you for coming to share with us your story, because a part of what you're doing right now is definitely a part of your story. And Tears the Purpose, Real Talk, the other part of what we do, we love to hear stories from women, especially for powerhouses like you. We believe that you first have to go through your tears first before you really get to your purpose. Get to your purpose. So we love it. We enjoy it all. So the first thing that I want to ask you is, how did you get started in being a strategic brand designer?
So it started with me having a vision, and I had a vision for a business, but it was just going to be a graphic design firm. And that was before I knew anything about branding, anything about brand strategy. So in real life, I was just branded as a graphic designer, and all I did at the time was create flyers. The majority of church flyers, a few club flyers, but it was a majority church flyers. Then after I went to school, I learned how to create logos. I was getting people who only needed a logo design. And while I was doing that, I'd be getting so much back and forth because the client wasn't clear on their purpose. They wasn't clear on their mission, their vision, and their values, or any other elements that go into branding. So all they knew was that they had started a business, which a lot of people do. You know, it is what it is, and that they needed a logo. And again, because I needed the money, I was just starting out, I would just do it. So I realized that I had to like really hone in on my own purpose, my own mission, my own vision and core values. And it was when I had to hone in on that, was when I was able to shift my business to be able to still design, because that's my thing. That's my favorite part of this, being creative. But to also teach business owners that there's more to more to having a brand than just having a logo. You know, it's the full reputation of their business.
Oh, okay. So I like your start. I like the way you're telling and helping us understand how you kind of got started in this thing, because you know everybody see the glitz and the glam of certain things, but they have no idea what happened before all of that. What was the cause for all of this to happen? So let me just put that out there right now. So how did you discover your purpose? Because you know, purpose can take a while. Okay, it can take a while for it to find us or us to find it. Like, walk us down that journey.
So I grew up in the church, and it really just kind of started with me playing around in PowerPoint. The church would need flyers or whatever, and then every now and then, like my cousin would DJ at a club or something, and they might have needed something, and I would create it in PowerPoint. Because I had no idea about graphic design software. I didn't even know that's what I was doing. I didn't know I was doing graphic design. So the more I played, it got easier for me. everybody has PowerPoint on their computer. If you got Microsoft anything, you got PowerPoint. And I've always been creative, like since I was a child. And I was able to help other people's vision come to life easier through my designs and help people save time because, again, some people don't know technology. And what would have taken them hours or even days to get done, I was able to do in an hour or so, if that. So I was able to take people's stress away. So not only am I a creative person, I also love technology. My first major in college way back then was computer science. So through technology and creativity, was, like where other people got stressed out, I was able to figure out how to create the flyer for the church or how to create the bulletin or do anything in PowerPoint. I was able to use my gift to help them. And that's when I realized, oh, God, they gave me a gift, and anytime God gives you something, it has to have a purpose behind it. So yeah, that's how I discovered my purpose, along with teaching, because I also work with the youth ministry at my church, and I've trained employees when I was in corporate America. So that was that. And I couldn't do too much. I couldn't be too creative in corporate America. So I had to branch out somehow.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. So was there a time where you were not so sure about how you were going to press forward? Now that you've realized kind of like what you're kind of here for and how God wanted to use you, where was the point of your life where you just had to stop and say, I don't know about this. I don't know if I can keep going, or, kind of walk us through that.
So it's really been several, but I know you get extra one, so I ain't gonna be long-winded. So again, like I was saying, this is my gift. And because it's a gift from God, I continue to give. But I wasn't reaping any rewards. People would say, oh, God gonna bless you, child. And even though other people would say, you should be getting paid for it. You so talented, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the churches would give me stuff every now and then, but it really wasn't enough to pay my bills. And so I was stuck in giving mode. I had what's called spiritual guilt, if you will, when even thinking to charge for the services that I was providing to the church. And I didn't understand how to use the design to, even run the business. So I was getting ready to stop and be like, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. People think I'm supposed to be doing this for free, but this is my livelihood and I need to be getting paid. So I was like, well, maybe I need to go back to corporate America. But then, and I've had to go back to corporate America before. But then I got a word, like God does want me to honor him with my gifts and my talents, but he didn't say not to get paid for them. So I feel like, pastors and other officials in the church get paid for their gifts. So why can't I, as long as I'm paying my tithe? So.
Amen. I like that you kind of dove into this, because there may be a lot of business owners or people that are watching right now, and they feel like, well, I have all of these gifts. I've sown my seed of giving and giving and giving. When is it going to be a time where I'm going to be able to reap the harvest of what I've put out? So I like that you talk about this. And this is a lot of the reason why I enjoy sitting down talking to people about like their backstories, because it's like you guys need to express this. Like, so many people need to hear this. It doesn't make no sense. So I'm so glad you touched on that, because that can be a big deal.
Yes,
that can be a big deal. Yeah.
And I still struggle with it, to be honest with you. I still struggle with it a little bit, but I'm like, no, Greta, send the invoice.
Yeah, and I'm sure many people that are watching, like myself, I'm with you. I don't like all of that. And but you got to do what you have to do.
Right.
So, and God does not, he wants you to use wisdom and use it to the fullest. Like, hey, look.
That's right.
So what does success mean to you? When you hear the word success, what does that look like?
So success, first of all, is me being able to create my own way. So I can spend time with my family, which my husband and my son, and just be able to do things outside of sitting at this computer all day trying to work to get paid. Of course, success is when I see that my clients are getting the results that I promised them from my work. Success for me is being able to travel with my family whenever I want, post COVID, of course. And being able to not have to ever make a payment arrangement on a bill. That's success for me.
I like your definition of success, because a lot of people look at success a very different way, and there's nothing wrong with it because it's everybody's point of view. But
Right.
yours seem realistic, if I can just say that. It seems realistic, and I like that. A lot of people get painted these pictures that are unrealistic, and we have to come on back out the clouds now and understand.
Yep.
Listen, they need realistic pictures of what that looks like. And it's not always making thousands and thousands
Yes.
of dollars that makes you successful, because
That's
that can
right.
be the very thing that can eat you up and eat
That's
you alive
right.
and spit you back out
Yes,
and make you
ma'am.
lose everything that you've literally worked hard for. So I love your definition of success. I really do. So how is it balancing being a wife and mother and a businesswoman? How do you do that? Because I'm sure it's about a ton of women that's probably sitting out here like, what in the world? How I'm gonna do this and play superwoman and superwife? I mean, yeah.
Well, it ain't easy. It wasn't easy pre-COVID, and it's definitely not easy post-COVID or while we in it. Because I had to shift, like, it really had to shift for me. I had a plan on really working hard to be able to get government contracts for the city and county of Denver. I live in Denver. And because I was getting my certifications, I was able to bid on contracts, and then the government ended up shutting down, and they didn't have a lot of money, or at least that's what they said, to be able to offer contracts. So I was going to plan my whole day around all of that, but then COVID hit, and I had to add teacher to my resume. And not just a teacher, but actually a special education teacher, because my son has an intellectual disability. So I had to create a schedule so I could work on my business. My husband could work on his business because he's a freelance artist. At first, I was doing the mornings, he was doing the afternoons. That didn't work, so we had to switch it up. Long story short, it's not easy, but by the grace of God, we making it work. It ain't always hunky-dory, as they say, but we get through it. Pray every day and get through it. And I know that I just have to be able to pivot when I need to. And I also, again, know that it's not going to be easy. It was times when I wouldn't get off my computer till 11, 12 o'clock at night. But, now I really try hard to just make sure I'm off, unless it's a specific situation or a project that calls for it. But yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It was easier when my son was in school, of course. But yeah, this homeschool stuff, it's definitely a test.
I was getting ready to say, I was wondering how you were doing with when COVID hit, and how you had to make drastic changes in your business or in your family life. And are you like 100% going on the side of I like homeschool, or you're like, nah, these kids need to go back to school?
Okay, so for health's sake, my son will be at home. It is what it is. He is not going back to school until this is done and over with. As long as he's able to go to online school and we can do homeschool, we'll work that out. Of course, I feel like the kids need to be in school because that's where they excel more. And again, I'm not a teacher, so I didn't get that degree. But yeah, just to keep the kids safe, if that's what the parents want to do, I ain't mad at it at all. Oh, y'all done switched up on me.
Yeah, I know. We're having like some feedback issues or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she'll come back in a minute. But I agree. We're old school when it comes to we went to school, we were in the classroom, but I mean in this day and time, what are you gonna do?
Right. Yep. And if
Okay.
I have to make the change and we continue this homeschooling schedule, and that's just what we got to do.
Yes. So, yeah, I find that it's been really interesting with the homeschooling process. It really has. I think for the kids, it's a little overwhelming,
Mhm.
more for them, because they're so used to being around other kids and,
Right.
being in the schoolhouse. So some of these children are not really understanding what is really going on. But,
Right.
mothers like you and me, they have really headstrong parents that can kind of help them maneuver through this. I think it's pretty cool. But I will say the good side of this is that you're kind of getting a chance to spend time with your family. A
Yes.
lot of things that we probably weren't doing because we were so busy, just moving at a speeded rate. So some things I think happen for a reason to put a lot of family back into
Yes.
perspective, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So it's not all bad. It's not all bad.
No, I don't think so. And had it not been for COVID, and I just sound funny to say, it would have taken me longer to shift in my business. So I can't be all mad at it. I'm not a good public speaker sometimes, but I can public speak on Zoom from the comfort of my office. So, like you said, it's not all bad.
No, it's not. I think a lot of businesses end up soaring a lot more than they ever did.
I think
Have
so.
you did you kind of see that too?
Yes.
Like a lot of things that people weren't thinking about before COVID hit is like some epiphany hit, and
Yes.
that's it.
Yes,
So
I had to go into I was into this worship mode and this praise mode, and I was like, God, I need some answers. Help me! I don't know what to do. And it took a while, but then it was like, I know, and it wasn't I know. It was him telling me I know. But yeah,
that's good. So since you are a brand designer and businesswoman, I need you to give our audience and people that are watching and that will watching later, give them 3 business tips of yours. Because you might have some freshly new babies that are just birthing out businesses and they have no idea what the world they're doing. They don't know how to even start or nothing. What you got for them?
First of all, don't run out and get no logo first. Let me start there. Don't do that. Don't do that first. I know it's easy to just be like, hey, so and so's charging $50 for a logo. Don't do it. First of all, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get the correct files. And you need a strategy. You need a strategy behind your brand. Period. That's first. Another business. What else can I tell them? That well, I said a logo shouldn't cost $50. I can tell you what branding is. Because a lot of people don't know. They just be like, oh, my brand, but they don't understand what it is. But all it is, again, is reputation. You hear brand strategy, brand identity, and all of that. And branding is just really an umbrella term that encompasses all of that. What else? What else can I tell people? As a business tip, oh, you are your brand. That's it. You are your brand. I used to hide behind Mac Graphics, And then my business coach was like, but you are Made Graphics. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not. It's a business. And she's like, but you doing the business. So yes, you are your brand. Unless you're in a corporation and you have several executives, et cetera, et cetera. If it's just you with your single member LLC, you are the brand.
Oh, I heard something that you just said out of your mouth that is very, very key. And I don't think a lot of people understand. I think I was just talking to the women in my ministry not too long ago, and we were talking about there's always someone that helps you cross to the next level, right?
Yes.
Like I don't care who it is. Your greatest, the person that you think has the most influence in the world had to have somebody to help them cross to the next level. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like you have to come out of this tight grip. First of all, your mind for money has to change.
Yes.
Number two,
right.
Your words, your actions, everything, all of that goes hand in hand. So I like what you said when you said something about a business coach. So can you speak about business coaches and why you feel like that's so effective to helping somebody who's really just coming into business, who really doesn't have an idea on how to bring things all together? Can you kind of like speak on that? Because I think a lot of people are afraid to like go get help with somebody who specializes in this very thing.
And I think too, as African Americans, when we need help, it could come across as a sign of weakness. Oh, she couldn't do that. Oh, she couldn't do that. But everybody needs a coach. Even my coach has a coach. Everybody needs a coach. We cannot do this on our own. We cannot. And that's really all I can say about it. You need a coach, be it a life coach, a business coach, a therapist, something. You need something. We cannot do this by ourselves. I know you said the importance, but I just, it's all important because you need somebody to talk to. You definitely need guidance because, again, we don't know everything. And granted, we got Google, but if you're doing that, you spending way too much time when you could just hire a coach. And I say invest because coaching, some of it is not cheap, but you got to invest in yourself. Again, you can't do it on your own. And what one of my coaches say, scared money don't make money. So you got to, invest in a coach. And there's some programs out there that offer free coaching. But I think what it does is that it leads to the bigger package. So.
Yeah.
I feel like I was just.
No, this is good, valuable information for real, because a lot of people don't like to talk about this, or they don't know. It's either they don't want to talk about it or they really just do not know. So I like all the nuggets to be dropped so people can come and listen to this show. They'd be like, oh man, I didn't think about that. Let me go on back and review this. So yeah, I love that. So what do you have to tell people? Like if you have an upcoming graphic designer that wants to do what you're doing or doing anything different, what is the word that you would give to them today to help them keep going in their journey of being an entrepreneur?
Education. Stay up on everything. Learn what to learn about everything. Some people are super successful at being graphic designers, but I think you need more than that. Depending on the type of graphic designer you are, I should say. Some people like to be behind the scenes and don't want to. They want to just create the flyers or create the videos and things like that. But get as much education as you possibly can. Don't just settle for the 2-year degree. Don't just settle for the 4-year degree. Just keep going. Keep going. There's always stuff to learn. You can go from being just a graphic designer to being a brand strategist. I am a witness. You can do it. Just keep learning, keep having a thirst for knowledge. I know we get to a point and we be like, okay, now what? Find out what the next level is and carry on.
So good. I really appreciate you coming on. I don't want you to leave yet. I'm going to bring the ladies back in. I'm going to bring the ladies back in because we love to chit chat with the guests afterwards. So, again, you were a ball of joy to talk to. I like your transparency because I like for people to be truthful. Tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Don't be sugarcoating nothing because folk is really, the people just need to know the truth. They have to. You know, it's going to be better for them in the long run, especially entrepreneurs, because that thing ain't easy. Being nobody's entrepreneur when you're so used to getting checks from somebody writing your check versus you the one that got to create the check. Amen.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know, there's difference there. There's difference there. So Miss Hubbard and Lakeisha, do you guys have anything you want to ask the brand strategist on this evening? What did you guys take away from this interview? Because she said a lot. She said a lot of key things too.
You're muted, Miss Hubbard.
Oh, gee. I mean, you're doing a service, so you need to get paid. But yeah, sometimes we do feel guilty. Well, are we charging too much? I mean, no, they might not pay that. No,
Right.
So I like when she brought that up, and I also like when she said, being successful is basically creating her own way of doing it. So in other words, she can do her own hours and do what she want to do, just work around her. So that was good. I enjoyed that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so the point that you made about education, be a master, master one thing and then keep going and growing, as you stated, because again, it seems like every business or every industry you're in is ever changing.
Yes.
Somebody is reinventing things and is more innovative or whatever, even if the process is still the exact same. And because a lot of times when we try to reinvent the wheel, we kind of mess stuff up. But to gain that knowledge that's already there and absorb it, that's definitely key. And that's definitely a great nugget to give to us business owners and entrepreneurs and people who are betting on themselves. Because that's what you did. You took a gamble and you bet on yourself because you know that you're a child of God and he is not going to leave you on your journey. He is going to be right there.
Yes, ma'am. And plus I had a hard time in corporate America anyway.
That's a whole nother show.
Right. If you need a guest, please call me because I got several stories.
Yes, me as well. Lord.
We got some corporate America folk that got some stories.
Yeah.
I want to hear this.
Exactly.
So yes,
disclosure. We're gonna have to go offline with it.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Naming names and addresses. I'm just kidding, y'all. We like to have
listen. While I have our guests on, I want to ask you guys some questions. So I've been sneaking around, looking around. I've been snooping around because I'm a little nosy, okay? But I'm nosy for good reasons, okay? So listen, I was snooping around and I was looking at some of the trending things in fashion that was happening for 2021. So you guys tell me, would you wear this? Y'all tell me what you gonna wear. I already know Miss Hubbard gonna be like. Okay, so the first one is they're saying that Most of the women are wearing like pop blue accessories. So, could you see this happening in 2021 with women in fashion? Pop blue accessories. Is that a hit or miss?
Depending on the outfit.
Okay.
Maybe.
Depending on the outfit.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody says depending on the outfit.
Well, it's all about the outfit.
So is that a hit? So is that a hit or miss?
What is, I'm sorry, pop blue accessories? That's the color of something, or what is
Yeah, blue. Like most of
Oh.
the women, what's trending is that they're wearing lots of blue accessories.
that? Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Depending on the outfit. Yeah, you got to coordinate.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. So hit or miss?
That's right. That's right. Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if it's a hit or a miss. It's like an in between. Can we come
I
back?
gotta see the outfit. I gotta see the outfit.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is that they're saying what's trending is a lot of yellow and camel color styling. So basically, they're keeping it neutral with yellow and camel color styling. So this is taking the trends back into the 70s and mix matching shades and adding different dimensions. Do you think that is a hit or miss?
I'm gonna say a hit. Cause
A hit?
yeah, neutral and camel color. I mean, you can't yellow. It depends, but I feel like we should wear whatever color we want to wear. If I'm trying to get out of that stage where in the winter, in the fall and winter, we're wearing darker colors or whatever, you know, and then in the spring and summer, more vibrant stuff. We can be vibrant, whatever in whatever season we want. Okay, so let's stop that. We all wearing yellow next week.
I got on yellow now.
I know. I
I'm
can
rocking my
wonderful.
tees. I'm rocking my tees. Listen. Okay. So, what about the last one is what about fringing on the bags? So, you know, bags make statements, right? Some of our purses make statements. So, in this season, they are saying that one of the biggest looks is like fringing with bags, lots of bags. So, do you think that's like a hit or miss in this season? To see a lot of women with handbags, like their handbags are making major statements in this 2021 season.
I think that depends on the outfit too, and I think I'm not a handbag girl. Like I have two purses, a brown one and a black one.
Yes,
They're good quality purses, but I'll just have two purses. So I don't know.
Okay, I'm a handbag girl, so I would say that handbags do make a statement for me. I feel like if I pick up this book bag, that means, you know, I'm trying to chill today. I ain't trying to do all that. You know, bags, they talk now. They talk on what kind of mood and everything folk be in.
Yep, that's a part of your
say that.
personality. And that's some brand that's some brand stuff too, but that's a whole other topic.
Yes. So I do want to put this in the air. We have this thing called COVID do's and don'ts, y'all. COVID do's and don'ts. Now, I know y'all might have a whole lot of do's and don'ts since COVID didn't rolled up on the scene, okay? But I'm about to drop y'all some information real quick. So one of the things is that we should avoid certain kind of foods during COVID. Have anybody heard of that? Yes, Lakeisha say yes. Okay.
Very, I heard.
Okay, so when cooking and preparing food, limit the amount of salt and high sodium in your condiments. Do you guys agree with that? So this is all a part of the do's and don'ts of COVID. Trying to avoid certain foods.
Every day, all day. Forget COVID.
Right.
Stop all that salt and stuff. Forget that.
Right. Okay. Also, limit your daily salt intake. That's one of the things. And they also said avoid like snacks and stuff that has high sugar amounts in it as well. And when I looked at this, I was definitely like, we should be doing this all the time if we don't want to meet and greet with sugar diabetes and high blood pressure and everything else that can come from out of that. So, but this is their COVID do's and don'ts when it pertains to food. COVID do's and don'ts. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I just had to educate y'all. I found this quite interesting. I was being like Snoopy. I was really snooping because I was like, this is interesting. So so I hope you guys enjoyed the show today, because I did. I had a lovely time talking and speaking with our guest today, interviewing her. She really sounds like she has a phenomenal story. I just think she needs another platform to do that. It's probably gonna be like a part 2 with her, because she definitely has a story under her belt that I feel like will touch so many people. So is there anything lastly you want to say before you leave us?
No, I don't want to go. This is fun. Like, I feel like
I know.
Every week.
Yes,
know.
I just want to be here.
yes.
Yes. So what new projects? Do you have any new projects that are coming up?
I have some projects that have NDAs attached to them, so I can't talk. So
That part.
right.
So
That's
why don't
like,
you do
you gotta tell everybody? They like, no, you gotta sign this paper, and I'm like, oh.
Oh
Okay.
wow, yeah. Okay.
So, but I do
So why
have.
don't you go ahead? Why don't you go ahead and let everybody know
We
how they can
understand that.
connect with you after this? Find you.
Absolutely. So you can contact me at www.macgraphics.biz, and that's MacGraphix.biz. If you're ready to get started with branding, you can contact me at hello.macgraphics.biz/branding. If you're looking for like general graphic design, I offer creative retainers, and I also offer like design kits, like social media design kits and YouTube design kits. You can contact me at hello.macgraphics.biz/design.
All right now. Are you doing classes? Are you
I am
teaching people how to do this?
Back doing classes. I'm actually talking this over with my business coach because I didn't want to do them again. And she said, no, do them again. So I'm just working out the details, and I'll probably end up starting that either at the end of January or the beginning of February.
Because I can literally see you doing classes. It's so needed. It's so needed. So if you were trying to back out of it, I'm gonna need you to go the other way and go on into it. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was like, no, I just want to do this work. And my coach was like, no, you need to do your classes. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Y'all know I wasn't gonna keep quiet for too long. I got to be obedient. You go back because it's needed. It's needed. It's needed. It's needed. So we have a lot of uprising entrepreneurs. I even see like children that their parents are seeing them doing things at a very young age, and they need teachers. Listen to me, teachers like you, and many of them that can help steward them gifts. I'm telling you. So yeah, you gonna have a quite little variety of folk. It ain't gonna just be no adults. Somebody gonna come and be like, my son is doing this, or my daughter is doing this. I'm telling you, this is the season you're getting ready to walk in, ma'am.
You just spoke the word for real, because my friend keeps asking me. She was like, you want to teach the kids some stuff about graphic design and branding? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna teach the kids dance like I've been doing, and teach the kids choir like I've been doing. That's what I would do. But I think you did just and confirm some stuff.
We are in the season of God wants us to do different things. and we have a whole generation of children that are looking at us.
Right.
So we got all the teachers that in game they little pins of, you know, congratulations, and now it's time for you to elevate and go back and get them so they can do the same. Amen.
That's right.
And carry on the legacy in which you're going to leave. So my God, you have been chosen for that assignment, ma'am. You have been chosen. There's no running from that.
Gotta be obedient.
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
And keep
ma'am.
us informed. We got to have you back on the show again, and we're going to stay connected to you. And
Yes.
we just speak blessings upon your business. We thank you for
Thank
even
you.
coming on. We just launched the show back in November, so it's still very fairly new, but we have had a ball with every guest that has came on here that has blessed this thing. I say, Lord have mercy.
This is
Lord have mercy.
awesome. This is dope. I love this platform.
Yeah.
Y'all are welcoming. You know, at first I was nervous because I get nervous when I speak anyway. But y'all, I just felt like, oh, okay, just like I'm talking to my friends.
Yes. I get nervous every time we gotta come on. And that's what it is. We're human.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
Yes, indeed.
please. If we
So
did it
we
wrong.
thank you. Yes, we thank you so very much for
Thank
just moving things around in your schedule and coming on. Miss Hubbard or Lakeisha, do you guys have anything else to say to our lovely guests?
No, Happy New Year, and we will keep you in our prayers and lift
Thank
you
you.
up. Go forth, because the
Thank
message has been given.
Same. I will do the same for you ladies. Thank you so much for this
Yes.
platform, for allowing me to be a part of this platform. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Miss Hubbard, you got anything to say?
We thank you for coming on. We thank you for your information. Very valuable. And like Lakia said, go ahead and teach that class because that's the beginning.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Amen, amen, amen. So, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this show today. I did. I know they did. And I told y'all, this is real talk. So, we chatting real talk, right? So, you guys make sure that you come on back next Wednesday, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring your children, your husband, anything. I don't know, go get the dog. Just tell them to sit on down for about an hour while we watch this, okay? And don't get up and go nowhere. Don't do nothing because you might miss something. Amen.
Right.
So you guys make sure that you guys are sharing this out near and far. Do not miss the nuggets that are being dropped on this show. And if you're watching me and you're saying, oh my God, I think I need to be a guest, I'm going to tell you, you are right. Okay. So because we're all about embodying the kingdom. And we're all about the spreading the gospel, and we need y'all. We need y'all to come forth with y'all authentic sound and all your creative ideas for these folk that are rising up that need some help. So experts, coaches, children, entrepreneurs, we want all of you guys to come be a guest on the show. Is it free? I'm gonna need y'all to say this, but come on, y'all. Y'all backing me up. This is not free.
This is
It's just a small.
free.
It's just a small investment,
free.
very small. It's very small. You can go to McDonald's with this small investment. You can go to McDonald's. So stop it. So if you are saying that I am all the things that you've called out and you really want to get your business out here and you have went from tears now to purpose, we want to speak to you. We want to give you the platform to be able to come and share your story. So you can comment below this video, inbox me, or email me at barnettlakia@gmail.com, and I will get to you. And we got a load of guests coming, y'all. Do y'all understand? This is about to be big.
That's dope.
God is good. This is about to be so good. And let me just make this announcement.
Yes.
So Tears of Purpose is sprouting out, y'all. Tears of Purpose will be going into our own station. So we are looking for shows. We are looking for shows, cooking shows, fitness shows, We want to bring the kingdom into the marketplace. And this is what it's about. If you have a vision and you're watching me right now and you're saying, I don't know what to do with this, I'm about to tell you what to do. You need to connect with us so you can have your own show and continue doing what you do in your purpose. So I gave you the email. The ball is in y'all court now. Okay. So we are celebrating that Tears to Purpose is a station. Tears to Purpose Real Talk is a whole station.
Let's create an assembly
other
line.
kingdom builders.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful kickoff for 2021. So we love you guys. Anybody have anything else to say? Anybody. We getting on out of here. Okay, nobody got that to say.
No, I said let's create an assembly line. I want to see an assembly line of shows.
Yes.
Coming on in.
Yes. Yes. And if you're saying that you want to partner with this lovely platform and you want to be a sponsor to help us continue getting the word out, because you guys, we just don't do this. We help women actually monologue their stories. We help women that have families, that are homeless, that are in domestic violence situations. There's so much attached to this. It's not just what you see right now. So any little bit helps. So if you feel like you want to donate or partner, the Cash App is actually Cash App Tears to Purpose, all capital letters, or you can inbox me and saying, hey, I want to be a sponsor, I want to be a partner, let's chat, because this is needed to help us continue to do what we're doing. So you guys meet us back here next week, 6 p.m. for our next set of guests. And yes, I'm excited. So
One back.
you see her, right? Come on. So good night, you all. Thank you so much, Miss Greta, for coming.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies, not guys. Thank you, ladies.
Bye,
See you
guys.
next week.
Christian relationship experts, that is.
Thank you for
People
coming
in
on.
ministry that have a phenomenal
appreciate it.
story. All kinds of business owners, from restaurants to beauty to financial side. We are looking for it all.